Okay guys, what we have here is an example of our tree diagrams. Now we did this in class, so let's look at it again. From a bag, 2 marbles are taken. So we're taking 2 marbles. The first is grabbed and placed back into the bag. That's an important part here. And then the second is grabbed out. If the bag contains 2 red marbles, 1 black and 1 green, draw a tree diagram to determine the sample space. Okay, so we're drawing out 2 marbles. So let's look at our tree diagram down below. It's already drawn for you, makes it nice and simple. Now this represents our first possible marble. This here represents our second choice of marbles. So for our first choice of marbles, remember we've got 2 red, 1 black and 1 green. So we've got a red here, we've got another red, we've got a black, and we've got a green. So we've got 2 red and a black and a green. So once we've drawn out that first marble, it's put back in the bag, so we still have 2 red, 1 black and 1 green in the bag. So let's say we drew the red one out, we put it back in. Our second choice here, we could still get a red, we get a black or a green. And again, that's repeated. So again, we can get a red, a black and a green for our second choice. Red, black and green. And again, red, black and green. So what we want to do is we want to create what we call our sample space. This is all the possibilities that we could get. So let's follow this. Each branch of the tree we could get red and a red. Red. We get a red and a red again. So red and red. We get a red, then a black. Red, then black. And then we get a red and a green. And we repeat that now for down here on this branch. So we get a red and a red again. We get another red and another red. We get another red and black, another red and green. Red and green. And now we repeat it down here. So we've got a black and a red, a black and a red, a black, then a black one, and then a black, then a green marble. And the last 4 here, we've got green then red, green then red, green then black, and green of green. Green of green. And now what we do is we can use this sample space here to help us answer the questions that we have below. So let's look at our questions. Determine the probability of getting a red first and then a black marble. So first of all, we've got to identify how much do we have in our sample space. So we can count all these up if we want, and we'll note that we have 16 altogether. So everything's going to be out of 16 at this stage. So let's look at this one here. So we get a red first, and then it must be a black one second. So let's look at all our sample space and find out which one we have a red first and then black. So this one here, red first and then a black. So there are 2. And then there's no more. So what we do is we have 2 possibilities out of a total of 16. Let's look at our second question. Determine the probability of getting 2 red marbles. So it's got to be 2 red marbles. Let's go to our sample space. So here's our 2 red there and 2 red there. We have another 2 red, another 2 red. Altogether we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's no other ones that have 2 red marbles. So there are 4 altogether out of a total of 16. Our next question. A black marble comes first and then a green one. So you've got to get a black one first and then a green one. So let's look. We've got a black one here. Black and green is there. And there's no other black marbles that come first. So there's only one possibility there. One possibility out of a total of 16. And there's the probability from a tree diagram.